won't go into the sports stuff yet, but I do kind of want to talk about this little thing. PlayStation is reportedly going back to PS5 exclusive. Will Xbox follow? So first of all, fucking no, they're not going to follow, because funny enough, well, we have an article that literally says that Xbox will have a system, is planning on a new system, and reportedly that it is going to be paired with, what do you call it? It's going to be able to play Xbox and Steam on there, which was also the other rumor of like, hey, if that's true, that's going to be a console to run its money. So we'll see. It might be like a pseudo Steam box for a lot of people, which, hey, if it runs Steam, that's going to be a lot. That's going to be good. That will make a lot of access for people in a crazy way. Especially since there's a lot of people, including myself, that already use the Microsoft system to play Steam on, or to have Steam on. So not much would really change, if I'm being completely honest, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and look at this article. Sony might be undoing years of investment in going cross-platform at the latest development hint at PS5 exclusives being prioritized again. This information comes from Bloomberg journalist Jason Schreier, who reported that big single-player 2026 PlayStation exclusives, namely Marvel's Wolverine and future God of War titles, could remain locked to the Japanese console and never see the light of day on PC. This exclusivity resurgence is largely being motivated by underwhelming sales that have failed to meet Sony's expectations. Okay, so this is my thing. In what regard, we'll probably go into this, but my question going into this, reading that part, right, is what do you mean by sales? Because if it's the individual game sales for you, that's stupid for you to roll back your cross-platform ideas only to go back to exclusives. Because while there are still a lot of console players and a lot of PlayStation players, and like when it comes to consoles, the only two options really you have right now are the PS5 and the Switch, both of which are fucking expensive. It sucks. Rolling back exclusives doesn't necessarily help you, because then you remove a market of people who play on Steam to just say fuck you. Now, timed exclusives, I could get a bit more. Have people play on PlayStation if you want to go ahead, get the little thing, and then eventually you get the sales and the people who want to play on Steam. They gotta wait a little bit. It sucks. Trust me, it sucks. As a person who has both a PC and a PS5, I'm a little bit. It does not bother me because I could do either or. But for some people, that's not an option. Some people, they don't have that kind of cheddar. Realistically, I didn't. I was very irresponsible. But to go ahead and like roll back your exclusives, I'm really wondering what the like. Obviously, it's always money. It's always money. It's always gonna be money. It's gonna always be money. But I do genuinely want to know what exactly is going to be that issue going. Like, what exactly is going to be that thing going forward? I'm very curious. That said, PS Studios. That said, PS Studios games already on PC and live services multiplayer titles like Helldivers 2 will continue to remain on the platform and receive updates as usual. Yeah, I fucking hope so. Okay, this hasn't gone like much attention, but do you know how fucking angry gamers would be if fucking they went ahead and just roll back put out exclusive like titles again, but roll back the cross-platform stuff that they already had? Oh, people would be angry. People would be so pissed. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, why is the Helldivers 2 isn't on PC anymore? You fucking lunatic. Why would you do that? You insane son of a bitch. What is wrong with you? Like, actually, holy. But they're not doing that, which is good, as their success is largely tied to the existing player base. It's worth noting that Sony has also not announced plans to completely abandon PC ports altogether, but will instead be more selective on which titles they bring to the platform. So then what's the criteria? What would be the criteria of something going cross-platform versus something going exclusive? Like, because I know the big one that they want to keep exclusive is the Wolverine game. Are you gonna make big game? I wonder. Okay, this would be the theory I would have if they're going to be majorly selective with what goes cross-platform and what becomes an exclusive. My assumption is if they can gauge that a big IP is going to sell super well, regardless of if it's PC or PlayStation, and still meet the like the metrics that's gonna hit money wise, they'll probably mostly keep it on PC. So I could see obviously like the Wolverine game, Spider-Man, the God of War titles that they mentioned before. Those are all really good games that they would keep and try to do. But games that they probably have a little less faith in working, they're probably going to want to expand their horizons enough to try to meet the metrics and the money that they would lose if they put it on exclusivity. So probably like the oh my god, what is the game? The one with Alloy, I can't remember. Oh, Horizon. So like that like Horizon game that's coming out that is like a multiplayer or free roam type stuff. That's something that I could see that would not be exclusive to PS5 and would expand. I would also assume there's other criteria, like, and speaking on the not High Guard, but the Horizon Zero multiplayer thing, the Horizon Zero Dawn multiplayer thing, that like keeping a multiplayer exclusive to just the console sounds stupid and dumb and not great. So I would assume that theory would you would not do that, and that is a that you would just not do that. That would be like my theory for what you would do with that. Why Sony is bringing back PS5 exclusives? There are several reasons currently being discussed in media. For starters, without stringent exclusivity, gamers have little incentive to buy the PlayStation 5 console. Keeping the most highlighted titles tied to the console means to justify a console purchase would be much easier for the majority of audience while we're still maintaining a presence on PC. I mean, I get the logic. Like fucking, oh my god, dude. A great example of this, not from not from PlayStation, but right now, fucking, oh my god, Polka-topia or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, oh, hold on. What is the current ranking for that? Polka-topia rating. Like, that's rated super high, right? Oh, Polka-pia. Sorry, Polka-pia. What is his Metacritic score? I'm very curious. Oh my fucking god, the ads are everywhere. Okay. It's like at an 88 and an 8.7. That's pretty fucking good for a game like this. And I've seen nothing but positive things for the game. Nothing but positive things for the game. So that's, again, really fucking impressive that they're able to fucking do that shit. Or they could sit there and be like, oh yeah, Polka-topia is like only on Nintendo. And it's only a thing that you could get with a Nintendo console. So guess what probably a lot of fucking people did? A lot of people probably went out and bought the fucking Polka-pia game and then bought the console and Polka-pia with it. Like this makes sense, but like in Nintendo's case, they're nothing but exclusive. Like people go to them. The only reason that you would get a game on Switch and on like PC and on PlayStation is if it's made outside of Nintendo. But like Pokemon's never coming to out of exclusivity. Mario's never coming out of exclusivity. Smash isn't coming out of exclusivity. Link isn't coming out of exclusivity. Kirby's definitely not leaving exclusivity. Like there's no way that Nintendo does it. But they've also built that ecosystem. They've been like on that ecosystem for fucking decades now. So like for PlayStation to do this and to make the metrics, they've kind of like towed the line a little bit. And so it's like to be fair, they do have that same catalog. They have a catalog of good shit. Again, they have the God of War game, they have Helldivers, they have Horizon Zero Dawn, not the multiplayer because I have no idea how that's going to be. But those Horizon Zero Dawn games were really fucking good. I think maybe Titanfall 2 was also part of that list as well. Like, there's a lot of good like PlayStation originals that are really fucking good and really fucking high quality. But like, they gotta be harsh on the exclusivity if they want to do that. Then, like, it's kind of like it's like you guys have to kind of double down on this thing, man. You guys kind of have to lock in, but also at the same time, like, you don't have the same catalog as Nintendo. You can't get away with it, and there's too many people on PC that would love to play those games. There's a lot of people on PC that would love to play the Nintendo games, but like Nintendo's just had that shit's the idea of exclusivity so much unlocked that like. There's a reason why it was PlayStation and Xbox, not PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. Because we've all have accepted that Nintendo's just going to do its own thing, and it has done its own thing for multiple fucking years now. And let's face it, the only reason they're even going for this exclusivity stuff is due to the fact that Xbox has kind of just stepped away from the actual like console competition now, and like they're doing other things. They're just accepting it again, like we said before. Steam might be coming to the newest Xbox console, which we'll talk about later. So like there's like not really much incentive for PlayStation to even want to go cross-platform anymore. Because they could just be like, well, PC is going to be PC, and Xbox is out of the game. Nintendo's Nintendo. So they're doing their own thing in the corner, just sitting on a stack of money. So, yeah, there's a lot there. Okay, yeah, I think we're at that. Moreover, the latest Sony PS5 exclusive ports have faced serious performance hiccups. I also didn't think about that. That like a lot of those exclusives when they come to PC just can't perform well. Like in terms of like a graphic sense, they really just can't perform well. Which I get it if you want to like keep it from the people and actually like, you know, not have to worry, which makes a lot of sense. Bringing higher profile titles to PC on day one means that a higher probability of technical issues, which could put unnecessary strain on the title's success. There's also a financial statement to consider. Okay, this was the money reason. I am curious to see what their money reason would be. Oh, no, that's not, okay. Lastly, experts have also discussed a growing focus on using PC as a live service platform to drive clock. What do I mean by this? This position the platform as a secondary option, competing with PlayStation 5 instead of being a competitor. What do you mean? Experts have also discovered a growing focus on using PC as a live service? What does it mean? Well, as a live service platform to drive cross-platform? I don't understand completely what that means. Are they saying like it would be no. This is what I said before. My apologies. This is what I said beforehand. That like if you were to make multiplayer games or live service games in this regard exclusive, that's stupid because then you lose out on a huge player base. So they're saying like, oh, like it probably won't be everything because stuff like Helldivers 2 would probably still be probably like benefit a lot more from being cross-platform, as you can have more people join in and play rather than just being console exclusive. I agree with that. I agree with that tenfold. Will Xbox follow Sony's move on exclusives? Okay, no, but I'm very interested to see what their take is on this. Historically, Sony has been much more stringent about PS5 exclusives, which isn't the case with Xbox. While the Japanese console maker is again focusing on reducing PC ports for single-player releases, Xbox has a long embraced multi-platform releases for all of its first-party releases. Despite the recent leadership change at the Redmond, WA-based gaming company, with veteran Phil Spencer departing, statements show that focus remains on improving both PC and console gaming as a hub rather than locking titles to just service devices. After all, Microsoft owns both Windows and Xbox. Yeah, this is true. For now, it appears unlikely that Xbox will revert strict exclusives. Currently, the company is focused on expanding with major developments in its Game Pass ecosystem. Yeah, like if you ever think that Xbox will ever go back at this point, I don't think it's the case. Some random massive shift in like the world would have to happen for Xbox to ever consider going back to being exclusive. That would be insane. And I don't even think with Halo coming to PS5, I don't even think there's a world where that exists anymore. If I'm being completely honest, there's really not a world where that type of thing even exists properly anymore. Just how everything is now. Broadly, the console worlds are no longer about pure hardware dominance and now have shifted to who can offer better subscriptions. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate, actually. Like, it's no longer the Xbox console versus the PlayStation console. It's now Game Pass versus the PS5, the PlayStation catalog. That's kind of what this has become. I think that's an accurately fair read of that, actually. And choice to its consumers. While Sony has lagged in the latter recent years, they have shown a serious effort to increase its PC footprint. However, with PS5 exclusives coming back to PC, being considered a second-tier platform, the Japanese juggernaut is Shit, apologies. Conceding serious territory in the Microsoft-led Xbox. Yeah, I do kind of think so. They're like pushing that away. I will never understand why PlayStation doesn't allow their pass to also be on like a PC stuff, but that also requires like a client, and Xbox is kind of like already installed when you get your PC. Like Xbox is already there. I don't even remember installing the Xbox like application or the Xbox like OS stuff, but it's in there and it's easy to access. So I get it. It's a little harder for PlayStation because then that would mean like you would have to download a whole new launcher, similar to like how Epic has a launcher and Ubisoft has a launcher and EA has a launcher, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. The only reason people put up with the Xbox One is because when you get a PC, the bitch is already on your console. So there's not really a reason to actually go ahead and like exploit that too much. So I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh, okay. No, yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. So overall, to answer that question, no, it's not gonna follow. That's pretty obvious. But also, like, if it's times exclusive, I understand. If it's actually single player exclusive, I think that's kind of dumb. Just because, like, I don't see the logic. I think the logic is you'll lose more money in the actual game sales, but you'll get more money by people buying the game along with the console. The problem is, everyone is really fucking struggling right now, so if you go ahead and do that at this period of time, I think you're going to get more people that just stray away, that are more willing to get a PC, and that are more willing to just deal with the actual hassle of having, like, a Game Pass, especially, like, if you have good internet, and you could do maybe, like, cloud gaming on there with the Xbox Game Pass. Like, there's just, it's hard. I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's a dumb decision. But I also don't work in marketing, nor do I work in the finances of PlayStation. So, who knows? I think it's a bad idea. I think it's dumb. I think it's stupid. But,